Welcome back, everybody. If you are new here, hi, my name is Nikki. It's so nice to meet you. And today we are at San Juan Island. We're going to be at San Juan Island all day. I arrived at the first trail at 7:30 this morning. Got on the ferry at 6. Was at the ferry holding area at 5. Well, really 4:45, but I got there a little early. And so that was the most beautiful experience I think I've ever had, and the sunset was just so vibrant. I don't think I've ever seen a sunset that vibrant before. It was so pretty, and I don't know, like, there really is no words. It was so breathtaking. But we're going to be driving around the entire island. We're going to be doing 3 trails in the north part of the island this morning, and then we're going to take a break. None of the trails are super long, just because this island is not super big. From point to point, north to south, is a 30-minute drive. In order to get all the way north here from the port was only 15 minutes. So it was really quick. And so after the 3 trails that we're going to be doing today, we will then take a break, or I keep saying we, but it's just me. I'll take a break. And originally I was going to have the Mountain House brand MRE, but my body is not super thrilled with overly processed foods, just because I've taken a lot of processed foods out of my diet for a while now, and so I don't really want to have a stomach ache the entire time I'm here. So I decided to get lunch after these trails because we're going to be passing through the town of San Juan Island to get to the south side of the island anyways. So I'm going to stop and get lunch there, and then we'll go to the south side of the island, where hopefully we will find some foxes. And today I am going to be talking to you guys about different types of focal shots or focus styles. I've been kind of learning a lot about composition and where to focus, how to focus, because I've always done kind of thirds, like the lower third, middle third, and upper third, and then I stack them together. But I want to do a one-shot challenge, and yes, I'll be taking multiple pictures of the same scene, but I'm not going to be stacking them in post-editing, and I'm just going to be editing one picture. And so I've been learning about wide aperture and narrow aperture, and how I've always used the lowest f-stop setting I can, because I thought that was the best option. But I actually learned that really gives me a low depth of a very kind of low depth of field, which is not what we want. We want a high depth of field, because that's what gives a photo depth. And so when you have it between like f8 and f16, that's when you get a high depth of field. And so I've been shooting at around 13. I keep it usually between 10 and 18. And then I've also been learning about hyperfocal distancing. So the hyperfocal distance, I learned about that from the outdoor photography school. And then 1/3 in focus is Ian Worth. And most DSLRs are able to have some sort of grid, and so you'll see the third lines, and so you'll want to focus on something that's a third in, and that's what he uses. And then there's focus on infinity, but he said I didn't really look into that much because there's a lot of issues with that. I mean, that's some people's focus style, but that's another one I'm going to be focusing on, and that is focus on infinity and adjust aperture until middle and foreground are acceptably sharp. Know what your eye is naturally drawn to in a composition and have that be tack sharp, and adjust aperture to have the rest of the scene be acceptably sharp. And then Mark Denny, he said, find your focal point and get low. So that means that when you find your composition, it's better to be down low to give your image more depth, and for the objects or scene that is closest to you will make them more pronounced. And so right now I'm not super low, but I'm not at like eye height either. And he said, why keeping camera low matters. Capture textures to shows off and amplifies moving water and creates an immersive effect, especially if you can get close to the moving water. Go to for reflections and to make the reflection pop. Enlarge and exaggerates foreground. Lastly, it creates depth and for creating separation between layers. And every image has layers. And so hyperfocal distancing is something that I am not super great at explaining it, which is why I will leave the link to the video of that information down below. But there's like a mathematical equation. I use photo pills. It is $9.99. It's a one-time purchase, but you can put in what lens and focal length you're using, and it'll automatically tell you in the chart how the amount of feet you need to be away to have everything be acceptably sharp in your photos. That way you can just do one photo, and if that makes any sense. And so that is what we're doing today. I've been using the 1/3 rule. I kind of like that one the most, honestly, just because it's a lot easier to follow and it gets you really close to hyperfocal length. And so let me show you what I mean. Okay, so what I mean is, let me tilt this a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that all right. But mine is this info button here. And if you scroll through it, you get these this grid. And so right now, where you see that red square on the bottom left, is not quite on the 1/3 mark, but if you go all the way in and you focus on that and then go all the way out, then that means everything closest to us and infinity will be acceptably sharp. So right now, I have my camera set to f13 and 100, but that's a little bright, so I'm gonna darken up and go to 160. And if we do that, normally I would put it on a 2-second shutter, 2-second wait, but I've already taken this shot, and as you see, I'm low. I'm not eye height. I am lower than the horizon line, and so this building right here is going to look larger in the photo. And I messed up my spot. There we go. So then if we take this, then everything is in focus. We have great depth of field, and overall it just looks really good. I'm really excited about that. And we even have a boat in the background. So overall, that is basically what we're looking at today. This whole trip is going to be just doing kind of like a one-shot challenge, and to implement some of those, if not all of those, composition tips that I was able to get from those other photographers. And I hope you enjoy. So far, my birthday trip has been absolutely stunning, and we're just starting. So I am so excited for today, and I hope you enjoy it. These are pear trees. And I keep looking back because something big is in the water right now. I don't know what it is.